Oh my gosh, we're going live. We're live!
Hello!
Babe! We did it!
Welcome to the Jim and Maddie live stream.
Good morning.
Yeah, it is a good morning.
It is a good morning. We got our coffee.
The point of this is mostly to test out the live stream functionality and to get you all to make sure that the link that we send out later this week is functional. So that's good. Hopefully this works and we're able to send out a video after of this. But
wait, did you just say later this week?
Oh yeah,
babe.
Yeah. And speaking of functional, we got ourselves a marriage license.
Yes.
We're getting married.
Thanks be to God.
1 week from today. In 7 days from now, you're going to be putting on your dress and getting your makeup done, and I'm going to be sitting around for like another hour and then frantically trying to figure out YouTubing how to tie a bow tie.
You got this. I believe in you. And you'll have
really
so
good.
many people around you to assist. Yeah. You know, that's what community's for.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. You guys, so excited. Our hearts are so ready. It's been crazy just having, I know that I've shared this in past videos, but it's been crazy having such intentional time during COVID to really reflect. But last weekend, I got together, like socially distanced with a couple gals, close gals from Milwaukee. And it was just so funny because they started asking me to share some stories about Jim and me. And it just was really beautiful to like give testimony to like the work that we've put into ourselves and into this relationship and how God's like rewarding that and it's paying off and how we're able to really enter into our marriage. But I thought it'd be funny to share a little bit about our first date, to look back on our first date because you're really good at remembering like trivia information.
Correct.
Like if I said, what were we doing? You know, like you would remember that thing. I'm really good at like the more sentimental, oh, I was wearing this and you're wearing that. So I thought it'd be funny to share a little bit about Jim's and my first date. So as many of you know, we were set up a long time ago, about 7 years ago, by my old boss at St. Paul University Catholic Center, Father Eric Sternberg.
Shout out to Sternberg.
Shout out to Father. He'll be at the wedding next weekend. But it didn't work out. I was I remember like stalking Jim's Facebook, of course, like you do.
Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing you across the hall at the Easter Vigils like celebration and being like, yeah, he's cute. But I was moving and discerning my vocation and just it wasn't the right time. So fast forward 7 years, a coworker of mine, Jenny, who knows Jim and is friends with Jim, I was working in Madison, back in Madison after moving. And she said, Madeline, are you in town this weekend? I got to set you up with this guy who's coming to town for a friend's birthday. And I was like, who is it? She showed me a picture, and it was the same guy. This mug right here. So I was like, I got to say yes. That night, I was actually running late for our first date. And because two of my closest friends, Claire Mance and Kyle Russ, came over, and as I was like getting dressed, I'm like, I'm going on a date, I think, with this guy. I don't know. It's just a beer. What is it? We don't know. And so I was running behind, and I remember texting Jim, whose number I had, and saying like, hey, I'm running a couple minutes behind. And he goes, it's okay. I've got a book. I'm like, oh my gosh, is he the type of guy?
No.
Is he the guy
I had
that like,
forgotten that.
Is he the guy that like actually travels around the book, or is he just trying to sound smart and kind of?
If I recall, it was definitely a book that I've read multiple times. It was just like a sci-fi space opera novel.
Yeah.
But yeah, good.
But I don't remember what we talked about. I just remember being like, dang.
This guy's incredibly loud, and I'm going to need to ease my eardrums.
I do remember thinking, are people watching us because of how loud he's being? But then,
I go through life oblivious to that sort of thing.
Jim is sincere, and you don't really care about.
Nope.
I mean, you care about what other people think, but it's not. But I just was thinking back on that and how, just like this openness that I really feel was necessary in the dating world, and just an openness to see what would come, and to not put so much pressure on things like, we're gonna grab a beer. That's it. It
We
doesn't.
ended up, I think, getting like 3 beers.
We had 3 beers.
Yeah.
And we found out that we have the same favorite beer.
Yeah.
Scotch
Scotch
ale.
ales.
Yeah. So there you have it. First date. It wasn't anything fancy. I remember what Jim was wearing. He was wearing his Levi's, his Doc Martens, and he had driven in with that red zip up, like USA Ultimate.
Yep.
Long
National
sleeve
team.
national team.
Yeah. Not that I play on the national team. I bought it in support of a friend of mine who does play on the national team. But yeah, I remember
you had even longer hair and even a bigger beard.
The thing that is kind of a funny anecdote that I tell sometimes is like, I did not remember what you looked like. So we had set up to go to mass. We had set up to go to mass on Sunday after.
This is Jim's swagger. This is a Friday night that we went out for a beer, and he secured a second date by the end of the night.
Obviously, can't let this just walk away from you. But no, on Sunday, I was like, man, I know that she's tall. I know that she's awesome.
She laughed at my jokes.
Yes, definitely laughed at my jokes. She's from a big family, Catholic, all this stuff. I was like, really do not remember what she looks like at all. And so I was like, all right, I'm just going to like go to church a little early and like just kind of post up, and hopefully she will
you're
kind
hard
of like seek me out.
Yeah.
Worked out.
It did.
So.
Thanks be to God.
Yeah, thanks be to God.
One more week, babe.
Yeah, I definitely know what she looks like.
Yes, he can spot me from across the room now, which is
mostly the height advantage
the height
is good. So anyway, we've got one more week.
Yeah, we've got one more week.
Thank you to everyone for your support. Thanks for the kind messages. Thank you for all of the boxes that keep showing up at Maddie's house.
And just like the texts and emails and phone calls and just, I think I'm getting a phone call right now. Like, that's how popular we are. And how loved and supported we are.
Yeah.
We got kind of another curveball this week, which was that a couple of our close loved ones will not be able to make it due to COVID stuff. So shout out to Becca and Tyler. I totally understand. And like you said, this is about the sacrament. It's not about who's there, who's wearing this, who's wearing that. This is about you, me, and God. Like, we're entering into this beautiful sacrament. And so I'm just grateful that we have the right mindset and that we're still able to be super pumped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Maddie's down to 4 bridesmaids. Unfortunately, Nick Gibson, you are the weakest link.
We gotta
keep it even.
Oh my gosh. He told me that when I got a call from Becca, and I was like, okay, we saw this coming just because the Midwest has kind of been messing up with coronavirus stuff. But Jim immediately was like, is now a bad time to make a joke? I was like, no, you can make a joke. Who's gonna tell Nick that he got the boot? I was like, oh.
Plus, then also I'm the tallest one in the wedding party.
Oh yeah, because he is taller than
exactly. I'm gonna be the best looking either way, so it's gonna be fine.
I agree.
And the most bearded.
The most bearded.
So, yes.
Yes. John's got a good beard. Actually, Luke's got a beard right now.
Man, it's gonna be a tall bearded. It's all gonna be good. We're gonna be hot too. There's a heat advisory.
We're so pumped.
Yeah.
So pumped. And we're officially in the 10-day weather forecast, which is an exciting when you see your wedding date on the forecast.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be like morning showers. And of course, I'm thinking like the Alanis Morissette, like, it's like rain on your wedding day. Ironic.
So,
remember that song?
I'm very, I intimately know Jagged Little Pill.
We have listened to Jagged Little Pill many times.
But, yeah, so anyway, we got some last minute details, like moving my entire life out of my current house and part of it into this space and most of it into storage.
Yes, I currently live in a 1-bedroom apartment, about 1.5 miles away from Jim's house. So his house will remain rental property for all the folks living there, which is great. We're going to have our small little newlywed life here and see what opportunities unfold for housing. That made me think of something. Oh, so we're testing out this live stream. How are they going to be able to access it on the wedding day?
The link that we're going to put it up on the
MaddieandJim.com.
Yes.
MaddieandJim.com. Check that.
We'll also probably post it on our Facebook pages and Instagrams and Twitter and stuff. And you should just be able to click it. And I believe the stream is going to start at like 12:30. So it's a 1 o'clock ceremony. The stream should be Central Time. The stream should be up like a little bit before 1 o'clock, and there will be
preludes.
Exactly. So, and then from 1 to about 2, John has promised to keep the homily under 45 minutes, which we appreciate.
So my brother is going to be the main celebrant at our wedding mass, which will be delightful. So that was the joke last night. He was like, I put the final touches on the homily. Is it okay that it's 40 minutes? Do you want it 45?
I'm like, my guy, we don't need a chapter book.
And then if you know John, you know that he's like a strict 10-minute or less kind of preacher. So
had to tell we had to tell all the people giving speeches. We're going to need that same spirit of brevity with them as well. So, but yeah, hopefully everything is going to go just fine.
Yes, it will, baby.
Yeah, and if you guys have any questions or concerns, Google that. Don't ask us to troubleshoot technical difficulties.
Just go to maddieandjim.com.
Click on the link, or you should be able to the same link that you're watching this from. Like our YouTube page should have like a little box that says like live now, and you can click on it and watch. So anyway, we might do another one later this week, Thursday or Friday, but probably not. So
yeah, we'll see. We could, yeah. Oh my gosh.
All right.
We've got ideas. So much content to cover. So much content. All right. We love you all, Jinx. And thank you for your prayers, your love, your support. Know of ours too. We're so excited for you to be able to join us, albeit virtually, on our wedding day. And we're already getting pumped for 2021 for a big fiesta.
Mm-hmm. All right.
At that time. All right. We're going to end live stream.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, my sign.